I'm Tito Ortiz, and you're in the El Octagono.
You talked about being one of the guys from the beginning. How does it make you feel that all of us were so ready to, ask you about your legacy and being your last fight, and you are shocking everyone?
I kind of blocked it out. I answered the questions just on memory. I do it very well. I've been doing this shit for 14 years, and I know what you guys want to hear and how you guys want to hear it. But mentally, my own self, I knew what I needed to do, and that's to shut a lot of people up and make your guys' job a lot better now, a lot more positive now. Now you guys want to think about Tito Ortiz retiring, because I wasn't ready to retire. Maybe God was on my shoulders. Maybe God just sent an angel down for me to prevail. And I did prevail.
Why weren't you ready to retire? You've made a lot of money and you've been doing this for a long time.
I'm 36. I just turned 36 years old. I want another chance of winning a world title again. I've gone through some major surgeries. I love fighting. People gotta understand there's nothing like walking out instead of 15,000 people screaming your name and having that positive reinforcement. You understand, I was a young punk kid on the streets, so living in motels, cars, people, garages, who never was supposed to achieve anything in life. And I'm living the American dream now, and I'm going to prevail, and I'm going to show everybody that you set your dreams high and you can try to achieve those goals. You can achieve anything in this world. Look at Obama, first black president. He didn't think one day, oh, wow, maybe I could be a president. No, he knew he was going to be a president. He became that. I knew I was going to be a world champion. I knew I was going to be successful and a great businessman. And I keep achieving to do those goals because I want to give my children, the mental, thoughts of knowing that their father was great in the sport. Ali has boxing. WWE had Hulk Hogan, and UFC has Tito Ortiz.
You said you were one of the last of the Mohicans, and in the audience tonight, Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell. What does it mean to you that those guys who just retired saw you victorious tonight?
Hopefully, they felt happy about it. I know Randy does. Hopefully, Chuck does. Because I felt really heart-shaken when he got knocked out. The first thing you can ask Dana, I text Dana saying, "Is Chuck okay?" At the end of the day, this is business. Trying to sell a fight is cool, but me and Chuck were friends at one point. They did great at their age. Like I said, I'm only 36. I still got a bright future, I think. I got a couple years in me. I want to do a couple more years of fighting. At least 3 more fights, guaranteed now. So, I'm happy, man. It's a big dream right now. It's like a dream I don't want to wake up. This is like something that, I'm living where I've always wanted to live, and that's being on top.
I asked you at the press conference about the betting odds, and you said they don't mean anything.
Betting doesn't mean shit. I tell you this, man. It doesn't mean anything at all, and I hope there's a lot of people who put money on me, because I hope they made a lot of money off me. Me being a 4-to-1 underdog, those guys don't know what they're talking about. Like I say, it all goes back to my surgeon, Dr. William Smith. People don't understand how much pain I've gone through over the last 7 years, and I fought with it, and I fought with it, and I did it, and I did it because I was so afraid to get surgery. To someone to go into your spine and fuse your bones in your back, that's a scary, scary thing. There was times after my back surgery that I got out of bed, 2 months after, and I'd come out, just tears in my eyes going, this pain, it's just ridiculous what I do to myself. 3 months it was like that, then about 3.5 months, all of a sudden it just started turning. Week after week, it got better and better and better. I was wrestling, I was running, I was like, holy shit, I'm doing good. And any surgeon ever knows, if you can get out of your rehab with not having problems, you know that there's a great surgeon that did the surgery.
Tito, how satisfying is it? I know you got nothing to prove. You're 36 years old, but in one round, you demonstrated what a complete fighter you are. Your power, your jiu-jitsu, a little wrestling, the guillotine, and that got us satisfied. Really satisfied.
It just goes all the hard work I put into it. Dedication. You got to understand. There was about 7 weeks ago. I trained 9 weeks for this camp. In the first 3 weeks, I was training 2 days a week. There was a lot of personal stuff that was going on at home that was just negative, and I didn't want to get up and go to camp. I was all right, let's go train today. And I didn't have that emotion, I didn't have that drive. Then all of a sudden it was like, it's kind of weird because I'm very selfish. When it comes to training, it's about training and that's it. I can't have the other emotion stuff going around me where just people are in my ear. I can't handle that. I can just handle just positive reinforcement of knowing that I'm one of the best fighters in the world. And once I concentrated on that, for 8 weeks I did it. Me and Jenna haven't talked that much over the last 7 weeks. Just because of this, I've been really focused immensely just on my fight stuff. That was it. And it was hard. It was really hard. But just every day I'd go home, I kiss my kids, put them to bed, go to my camp, come back home, go to sleep, wake up, do it again. And I was doing this 6 days a week. And it was sacrificed. I sacrificed, my family for my career. And I love fighting, man.
In the on-again, off-again saga between Tito and Dana, you thank him at the end of the fight. Where do we start? Are you happy with the way he's been pushing you?
I could be bummed about it, but he said it best. When I'm pushed against the wall, I fight my best, And I thank him for pushing me and for motivating me to be better than I truly need to be at the time. I knew I was that great, but I just need a little positive reinforcement, and hopefully, you know, there'll never be no bad words about Dana. I promise to every one of you guys, and you could mark this on calendar, whatever you want, I'll never say another bad word about Dana. I made mistakes because I had a lot of people in my ear were telling me what I should need and what I should expect, and those people are just bullshit dirt bags I just pushed away from me. And I need to focus on UFC, Dana White, Lorenzo Fertitta, who's given me this opportunity to be a great fighter, a great champion, and, you know, an icon of the sport.
So who's the next kid that saw you fighting when he was in high school? Who's going to get in the octagon with you next?
Which kid?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Who's the next one?
Who's the next one?
I'll say they saw you fighting when they were in high school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to understand, I started this career, you know, I was my first fights was in the UFC. I never had an amateur career. You know, I fought in the UFC since day one. I know at 22 years old. I'm only 36. You know, Randy Couture fought until he was 45. I ain't going to be that old. No, I won't do that. I won't disrespect the sport, but I don't know. I mean, after tonight, I mean, he was a top 5 guy, and I dominated him. I don't think he even touched me. I don't know. I don't think he touched me. I don't even have a mark on me. And it was kind of funny because on Thursday before the press conference, I went and bought some shades. And I was thinking in my head, and I was like, I know I'm going to end up with a black eye after this fight, because every freaking fight I always have a black eye. I was like, all of a sudden it was over, and I was like, oh shit, I'm still pretty. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. So
we'll play matchmaker. Who would you like?
Forrest Griffin. Forrest or Shogun. Rashad. I want to fight the guys who are at the top now. You know, I want to fight the guys' names. I'm sick of giving guys names. I'm sick of doing that. You know, Machida came out, but yeah, he's a world champion now, and I could say that. You know, Rashad at the time, but he became a world champion. I mean, I fight the top tier guys all the time, so let's continue fighting the top tier guys. You know, Forrest would be awesome. A winner between Forrest and Shogun would be great. I just want to get in the mix. You know, I want to fight the top guys. Rashad would be awesome too. I know tonight I think I put a lot of fear in a lot of these light heavyweights' hearts, going, oh shit, Tito Ortiz is back. And I am. I gotta understand, the injuries were such a downfall to me. It was just ripping me apart inside, because I knew I was so much better. It was just that little small gap that I was missing. It was the timing, the little small things. Tonight, my timing was on. When I fought Hamill, my timing was off, and I knew it. But I fought only after 6 months after my neck fused. Guys don't come back after that. I fought 6 months after, and my timing was off. You know, I hit him with the head kick, and I should have dropped the right hand. I never did. And in this fight, it was just little small points. You know, Bader threw in a couple of punches, and I was like, boom, boom, hands up, bing, bing. And then he came on the inside, left hook, boom, hit him with the right hook, and he dropped. I was like, ooh, it's on.
Was that part of what you were burying in the octagon after the fight, all your injuries, all the crap that you've been going through?
No.
Besides Bader?
You know, it was a little bit of both. You know, like I said, I did the Ultimate Fighter on Thursday, and I talked to the guys, and they begged me to do it in the octagon in the Ultimate Fighter, and I said, no, I'm going to wait until I win, and I'll do it then. That, and it's just a rebirth of the bad boy, man. I've gone through a lot of negative stuff through my life. You know, just one of those things to show that I'm still on top, and I'm not going anywhere.
You show your Latino spirit today. So I saw you on Thursday. You were not ready to retire.
Yeah.
So you're here as a winner. I'm sorry. And what do you have to say to your Hispanic community?
A todos los mexicanos, muchas gracias por el apoyo. Yo estoy un campeón en tiempo, pero espérate.
Everybody was waiting for you.
Yeah.
Everybody was like praying for you.
Yeah.
Please, we want more Tito Ortiz. So tell me.
You know, I'm happy. You know.
I just said you're living the dream, an American dream.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I look at it, and it was just so funny because during my training camp, and one of my training partners is a Latino guy, and I told him after my fight, and I missed it, but here's my opportunity to do it. I told him, I say, Vato Locos forever, Holmes.
Well,
it's happy to be in the winning circle again. It's nice to get all that negative stuff behind me and show that I'm still here now that I'm healthy, and now that I'm able to compete and do the things that I want to do. I'm very, very thankful.
Visit El Octágono for all the latest in MMA, news, fight results, interviews, live event coverage, podcast, and video capsules. All this and much more in Spanish. Find all your MMA needs here inside El Octágono, the #1 source dedicated 100% to MMA in Spanish. eloctagono.com